Hello, my name is Anna. Today marks my first day as a flight attendant. I am filled with excitement, yet a hint of nervousness lingers. My uniform is crisp and new. My hair is neatly tied, and I check my reflection in the mirror, ensuring my smile is just right. Am I ready? I arrive at the airport early. Flight 102 is bound for New York. It is a large aircraft, and many passengers are set to board. I meet the pilot and the rest of the crew. They all exude confidence. Will I be able to perform as well as they do? The boarding gate opens. Passengers walk in carrying bags and tickets. I take my position at the airplane door, offering a warm smile and greeting. Good morning. Welcome. Some passengers smile back, while others appear weary. Suddenly, a small boy dashes ahead of his parents, clutching a toy airplane. Wait! I call out. His parents quickly chase after him, laughing nervously. Sorry, the father says. I smile as the boy looks up at me and asks, Are you the pilot? I chuckle. No, I am a flight attendant, I reply. More passengers continue to board. A woman pauses in front of me, holding her ticket and glancing around in confusion. Where is my seat? She asks. I check her ticket. You are in seat 15C. I inform her. She nods but still appears unsure. I gesture inside the plane. Go straight and look for the numbers, I explain. She smiles. Thank you. As the line grows longer, my nervousness intensifies. A man approaches with an oversized suitcase. I glance at it. It exceeds the cabin baggage allowance. What should I do? Taking a deep breath, I say, Good morning. Your bag is too large for the cabin. It must be placed in the cargo. The man frowns. But I need it, he insists. My palms grow sweaty. Will he comply? Passengers continue boarding. A mother holding a baby steps forward. Suddenly, the baby starts crying. The mother looks embarrassed. It's okay, I assure her. Please take your seat. The baby's cries fill the cabin. Will the baby settle down? Finally, the last passenger boards. I scan the aisle, ensuring everything is in order. The captain's voice comes over the intercom. Crew, prepare for takeoff. My heart races. Am I truly ready for this flight? As the airplane doors close, I contemplate the journey ahead. What challenges will arise? Will the passengers have a pleasant experience? Will I perform well? I smile once more. This is just the beginning, and I am eager to learn. What awaits me next? Standing at the airplane door, I notice all passengers are now seated. I begin to relax, slightly, but then the man with the oversized suitcase stands up, looking upset. My heart pounds. What could be wrong? He walks to the front and points at me. I need my bag. Feeling uneasy, I respond, Sir, your bag is in the cargo. It is too large for the cabin. He shakes his head, but I need something inside it. It's important. Passengers start watching us. I do not want to cause a scene. I offer a calm smile. Please wait here. Let me consult the captain. I pick up the phone and call the cockpit. Captain, a passenger wants access to his bag in the cargo. What should I do? The captain's voice remains composed. Inform him that he must wait until we land. I return to the man. Sir, I'm sorry, but you will have access to your bag once we arrive. His expression darkens. But what if I need my medicine? He exclaims. My heart sinks. Is he unwell? I take a deep breath. Are you feeling sick now? I ask gently. He shakes his head. No, but I might later. Thinking quickly, I ask, Do you remember the name of the medicine? His face lights up in realization. Yes, it's in my pocket. He checks his jacket and pulls out a small pill. Relief washes over me. You already have it with you, I say. He stares at the pill and laughs nervously. Oh, I forgot. Thank you for your help. I smile. It's no problem. Please take your seat now. A quiet round of applause comes from the nearby passengers. I feel a surge of pride. Just as I begin to relax, a woman calls out, "Excuse me," she says, holding up her phone. "The Wi-Fi isn't working. I need to send an email." I pause for a moment, thinking, "The Wi-Fi will activate shortly," I assure her. "Please wait a few minutes." She frowns, "But it's urgent." Once again, my palms feel clammy. What can I do? I walk to the back and find the senior flight attendant. "The Wi-Fi isn't working," I report. She nods with a reassuring smile. "It always takes a few minutes to start. Inform her to try again soon." Returning to the woman, I relay the message. "Please try again in a few minutes." She sighs but nods. "Okay, thank you." Standing in the aisle, I scan the cabin. Everything appears calm, for now, but I know the journey is far from over. What will happen next? The plane is now in the air. I walk through the aisle, checking on passengers. Most are engaged in reading or watching their screens. I feel slightly more confident. Then I hear a voice. "Excuse me," a woman says, seated near the window. I approach her. "Yes, how can I assist you?" She gestures toward her seat belt. "It's stuck." I lean in, inspect it, and quickly untwist it. "There you go," I say. She smiles. "Thank you." Just as I turn, a loud crash echoes through the cabin. A tray of food has fallen to the floor. A child sits beside his father, looking guilty. "I'm so sorry," the father says. "He knocked it over by accident." I smile reassuringly. "It's all right. I'll get you another meal." I retrieve a new tray and hand it to them. The boy looks at me and murmurs, "I'm sorry." I smile. "It's okay. Just be more careful next time." The father thanks me, and I feel a sense of accomplishment. Just as I sit down for a brief moment, a man stands up, holding a book. "Excuse me," he says. "Could I get another drink?" I nod. "Of course." Retrieving a drink from the cart, I return it to him. He smiles in gratitude. Then something unexpected occurs. A woman in the middle of the plane suddenly exclaims, "My phone is missing!" Everyone turns to look at her. She appears distressed. "I had it in my bag, and now it's gone," she says. I walk over to her. "Are you certain it's missing?" I ask. She nods. "I searched everywhere." She starts to say, I glance around and notice her bag under her seat. "May I check your bag?" I ask. She hesitates for a moment, but then nods. "Okay." I unzip the bag and find the phone tucked inside a small pocket. Holding it up, I show it to her. "Here it is," I say. She looks embarrassed. "Oh, I didn't notice it there," she says. "Thank you." Relief washes over me, but suddenly I hear a loud cough. A man at the back is coughing uncontrollably. I quickly walk over. "Are you okay?" I ask. He nods but continues to cough. "Would you like some water?" I offer. He nods again. I bring him a cup of water. "Do you need anything else?" I ask. He shakes his head. "No, I'm fine now. Thank you." I feel relieved that he's better as I head back to the front. Turbulence begins. The plane shakes slightly. The captain's voice comes through the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seat belts. We are experiencing some turbulence." I quickly check to ensure everyone has their seat belts on. A man in the aisle is still standing. "Sir, please take your seat," I instruct. He looks surprised but quickly sits down. The plane continues to shake, and I grip a nearby seat for stability. A child begins to cry. I kneel beside him. "It's okay," I reassure. "This will be over soon." His mother gives me a grateful look. Thank you. Finally, the turbulence subsides. The captain announces, "We are now flying smoothly. Thank you for your patience." A wave of relief washes over me. I take a deep breath and resume my duties. But then another passenger calls for assistance. "Excuse me," she says. "I think I lost my wallet." My heart sinks. Another issue. "Where did you last see it?" I ask. "I had it in my pocket, but now it's gone," she replies. I search around her seat and under the cushions. Finally, I spot it on the floor. "Here it is," I say, handing it to her. She smiles in relief. "Thank you so much." Just as I think things have settled, the baby from earlier starts crying again. The mother looks exhausted. I bring her a cup of water. "Would you like me to hold the baby for a bit?" I offer. She looks surprised but nods. "Yes, please." I gently take the baby and walk down the aisle. The baby stares at me and slowly stops crying. Some passengers smile at me. "You're doing an excellent job," one man comments. I feel proud but also exhausted. As I return the baby to her mother, another voice calls out, "Excuse me, can you help me with my bag?" I turn to see an elderly woman pointing to the overhead compartment. "It's too heavy for me," she says. I nod. "Of course, I can help." I retrieve the bag and hand it to her. She thanks me and I smile. The flight is calm now. Most passengers are either reading or sleeping. I take a moment to breathe, hoping the hardest part of my shift is over. Then the intercom crackles again. "Attention, crew," the captain says. "We are experiencing turbulence again. Please take your seats." I quickly scan the aisle. Some passengers haven't fastened their seat belts. I move swiftly. "Please fasten your seat belt." I remind them. A man near the back frowns. "Why? Is something wrong?" "No, sir." I reply. "This is for your safety." He nods and secures his belt. I feel a moment of relief. But then the plane shakes violently. Passengers gasp. A cup of water spills onto the floor. My heart pounds. Gripping a nearby seat, I steady myself as the turbulence worsens. A baby wails again. The mother looks at me, fear in her eyes. What is happening? I give her a reassuring smile. It's just turbulence. It will pass soon. Then something unexpected happens. A man near the front stands abruptly, panic-stricken. "I can't breathe," he shouts. Passengers turn to look at him. I rush over. "Sir, please sit down," I urge. He shakes his head, breathing heavily. I feel dizzy. I guide him to an empty seat. "Take deep breaths," I instruct, grabbing a small oxygen mask from the emergency kit. "Breathe into this." The turbulence persists. The plane shakes harder. A passenger screams. "We're going to crash." I feel a lump in my throat, but force myself to remain calm. "No, we are safe." I say firmly, "Please remain seated with your seat belts fastened." The man with the oxygen mask starts to relax. "I feel better now," he says. I nod. "You're okay." Just then, a loud noise erupts from the galley. I rush to the back and see a food cart rolling loose, blocking the aisle. I quickly push it back into place and lock the wheels. As I turn around, the intercom crackles again. "Attention, crew! Prepare for a possible emergency landing," the captain announces. My heart stops. "Emergency landing?" I glance at the senior flight attendant. She nods. "Follow the procedure," she instructs. I grab a safety manual and move to the front of the plane. My voice shakes slightly, but I speak with confidence. "Ladies and gentlemen, we may need to make an emergency landing. Please follow these steps." I demonstrate how to secure the oxygen masks. "Pull the mask down and place it over your nose and mouth," I explain. "Fasten your seatbelt tightly." A woman raises her hand. Will we be okay? I smile reassuringly. Yes, the pilots are highly trained for this. You are safe. Passengers listen attentively. The plane shakes once more, but this time no one screams. Everyone is looking at me. I feel the weight of responsibility, but I stay composed. The captain's voice returns. Crew, prepare for landing. I take a deep breath. The plane descends. My hands are clammy, but I focus. The child who spilled water earlier starts crying again. His father looks helpless. I kneel beside him. It's okay, I soothe. We'll be landing soon, and everything will be fine. The plane jolts one last time. Through the window, I see the runway approaching. The wheels touch down, bouncing slightly before steadying. Then everything is still. The captain's voice comes through. We have landed safely. Thank you for your cooperation. Passengers erupt in applause and cheers. Relief floods me. I stand and smile at them. Thank you for staying calm. Please remain seated until we come to a full stop. As passengers exit, many express their gratitude. The man with the oxygen mask says, "Thank you for helping me." The mother with the baby smiles. "You were amazing." I feel exhausted but proud. The senior flight attendant approaches me. "You did very well today." I smile, exhaling deeply. "Thank you." It was the most intense moment of my life, but I stayed calm. I wondered if all flights were this difficult. What will happen on my next flight? The passengers are leaving the plane now. I feel a mix of relief and exhaustion. I stand at the door and say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for flying with us. I say. Most people smile and thank me back. I think the stressful part of my day is over, but then something unexpected happens. A man stops at the door. He is holding his phone and frowning. "Excuse me," he says. "My bag is missing." I feel a jolt of panic. "A missing bag again? Sir, can you describe your bag?" I ask. He says it's black with a red tag. I nod and walk to the back of the plane. I check the overhead compartments and the seats. I see a black bag, but it doesn't have a red tag. "Is this the right one?" I bring it to him. "No, this isn't my bag," he says. My heart races. Where could it be? I check the crew storage area. There are no extra bags there. I take a deep breath and think. Suddenly, I remember. "Sir," I say, "did you check the cargo area?" His eyes widen. "Oh no, I think I checked my bag at the gate," he says. I smile and nod. "Yes, your bag is in the cargo. It will come to the baggage claim area." He looks embarrassed but relieved. "Thank you," he says. "I forgot about that." I return to the cabin, thinking the twists are done, but then I hear a voice behind me. "Excuse me," a woman says. She is holding an envelope. "I found this under my seat." I take the envelope and look at it. It is thick and says "Important documents" on the front. There is no name. Whose is it? I walk to the senior flight attendant and show her the envelope. "What should we do?" I ask. She says, "We must check with the passengers. Someone might still be here." I hurry off the plane and see a man talking to the gate agent. He looks worried. He is holding his pockets and shaking his head. "Excuse me, sir," I say. "Are you missing something?" He looks at me and says, "Yes, my documents." I hand him the envelope. His face lights up. "Thank you so much," he says. "This is very important." As I return to the cabin again, the captain calls me. "Anna," he says, "you handled everything very well today. You are a quick thinker." I smile and thank him. I sit down for a moment and take a deep breath. The flight is over, but I realize something. Being a flight attendant is full of surprises. I wonder, will my next flight have even more twists? The plane is now empty. The passengers are gone, and the cabin is quiet. I sit down for a moment and take a deep breath. My first flight is over, but I still feel the excitement and nervousness from everything that happened. The senior flight attendant walks up to me. She smiles and says, "Good job today, Anna. You handled everything very well." I smile back. "Thank you," I say. "It was harder than I thought." We begin cleaning up the plane. I pick up empty cups and wrappers from the seats. Suddenly, I see something under a chair. It's a small stuffed animal. It looks like it belongs to a child. I hold the toy and think about the little boy who spilled his food earlier. Could this be his? I feel sad for him. How will he feel when he realizes his toy is missing? I take the stuffed animal to the gate agent. "Can you keep this in case someone comes back for it?" I ask. She nods. "Of course," she says. As I turn to leave, I hear a voice behind me. "Excuse me." I look back and see the father from earlier. He is holding the little boy's hand. The boy looks sad. "Did you find a toy?" the father asks. I hold up the stuffed animal. "Is this it?" I ask. The boy's face lights up. "Yes," he shouts. He grabs the toy and hugs it tightly. "Thank you so much," the father says. "You've made his day." I smile and say, "I'm glad I could help." I return to the plane and finish my work. The captain comes out of the cockpit. "Anna," he says, "you did very well today. You stayed calm and helped everyone." "Thank you," I say. "I was nervous, but I tried my best." As I leave the plane, I think about all the things that happened today. The turbulence, the missing bags, the scared passengers. It was a lot to handle. But I also think about the happy faces. The man who found his documents, the boy who got his toy back, the mother who felt supported. I realize that being a flight attendant is not just about serving food or showing safety instructions. It's about helping people, staying calm, and solving problems. I walk out of the airport and feel the cool air on my face. The sun is setting and the sky is orange and pink. I smile to myself. My first day was full of surprises, but I made it. What will my next flight bring? I don't know, but I'm ready to find out. Here are 10 questions about today's story. Write your answers in the comments below. Let's see how many you get right. What is Anna's job? A. Pilot. B. Flight attendant. C. Gate agent. D. Passenger. Why was Anna nervous at the start of the flight? A. It was her first day. B. The passengers were angry. C. She lost her uniform. D. The plane was delayed. What did the little boy lose on the plane? A. His book. B. His toy. C. His shoes. D. His bag. What did Anna give to the man who said he couldn't breathe? A. A bottle of water. B. An oxygen mask. C. His bag. D. A safety manual. Where was the man's bag that he thought was missing? A. In the overhead compartment. B. In the cargo area. C. Under his seat. D. At home. What did the mother with the baby need during the flight? A. A blanket. B. Water. C. Anna to hold the baby. D. Both B and C. What did the woman find under her seat? A. A phone. B. Important documents. C. A wallet. D. A boarding pass. How did Anna help the boy's father after the flight? A. She found the boy's toy. B. She gave him directions. C. She carried his bag. D. She helped him find his seat. What did the captain say about Anna at the end of the flight? A. She needs more practice. B. She did very well. C. She made mistakes. D. She should try another job. What lesson did Anna learn by the end of the story? A. Flying is dangerous. B. Helping people is important. C. Passengers are difficult. D. The job is only about serving food. How did you do? If you want to check the correct answers, you can find them in the pinned comment below. Don't forget to share your score and thoughts in the comments. Let's keep learning together.